Hello everyone, how are you? I'm fine, thanks to God. Now today I will present you control statements in C++ or flow control. What types of control statements are there and their details. We will see each one by one. In the first two sessions in the last video, just for conditional statements, iteration looping repetition statements already uploaded, and this is the third video for chapter 3 C++, chapter 3 jumping statements. What is jumping statements and how they work? Good. So jumping statements are loop control statements or jumping statements change execution of its normal sequence. What does it mean? Loop control statements control the natural flow of execution of a program. As we know, programs are executed line by line, but flow control statements control the natural flow of execution of the program. So these third types of control statement, jumping statements, controls the normal execution of the program either back to the original or the start of the execution, or terminates already executed program without any check or condition. So when execution leaves a scope, all automatic objects that were created in that scope are destroyed. So C++ supported the following jumping statement. The first one is the Goto statement. Goto statement goes, as the name stated, that go the line of the label that is found on the program, which line is the execution start again. This is what Goto statement is. And the next one is the break statement. The break statement breaks the execution when the break keyword the program execution reaches the break keyword. Then the next line is stopped or automatically leave out of the brace and continue the next statement. Then the third one, jumping statement, is the continue statement. Like the previous two jumping statements, go to and break statement, these types of jumping statements also used to continue the execution where the loop is found. For example, we will see each one by one within a practical anyways. So the Goto statement looks like here. There is the current execution of the program maybe here, and then when the program calls the Goto keyword, then the execution goes to the line where this Goto label is found. We will see each one by one in practical. So the code Goto is used for moving back and forth in the program. Therefore, for using a Goto statement, one needs to put in a label. For C++ program, the syntax looks like here. Any line of code may be from here. Sorry. Okay, good. As the name indicates, Goto implies go the execution to the level where the declared level is found. For example, maybe there is a lot of line of codes from here, and when the execution of the program reaches this Goto level, then the program only searches the level keyword and starts the execution from here. As you see here, go to label maybe upward or downward. From when the go to label is called by the program, then the program is search the keyword label either back or forward. So what go to looks like here looks like this. Good. Then as example, int main, int and m. Shall write two numbers or two integer numbers in n and m. Shout, you have written these numbers and them and this. When the again keyword here, as you see here, the level again this colon at end. It implies when the goto keyword is called, the execution starts again from this line. For example, when we see in practical, just open code block as to write some codes, fragment of codes. Now I use preferable IDE code block for C++ code writing. Create new project, console application, then C++ write jumping statements, maybe the project name, then next. Already selected the compiler, just the compiler, finish. Yeah, open this and this one. As you see, this is the default program displayed by the compiler or IB. So as you see from that, this one, int main, int n, shout. For the program says that enter two numbers and compare it. If n less than m, n plus plus, else m plus plus. If both of the two numbers are n equals to m, shout now m equal to n, and else go to again. እኩል ካልሆኑ again ነው የሚያደርገው ማለት ነው። So for the simplification, copy this fragment of code and paste here. Yeah, and we will okay. Yeah, it looks like the program. Enter two numbers, right, or enter the first number. Try to understand by the readers. Maybe this column may be understood by the program. Okay, enter n, enter and n. Again, copy this line of text and enter here the second number m. Okay, good. Semicolon. You have written the numbers as m is equals. Can change this colon by service. Okay, good. What the next? Again keyword. Yeah. Colon. Yeah, else again go to again. When we compile this, compile, see out, yeah, change to this one, compile again. Actually, the program log or compilation log is not visible, so we should be right here and click tick this one, logs. Yeah, after here you can see the output of the compilation. Okay, so compile again. Nothing to be done, all the items are up to date, meaning there's no any error. Okay, run the compiled code. Enter the first number 5, for example. Enter the second number 6. Enter. You have written the number as n is equal to 5 and m is equal to 6 ይለናል ማለት ነው። ሶ አሁን ምንድነው ማድረግ ያለብን? ፕሮግራም ማድረግ የተፈለገው ሁለቱ ቁጥሮች እኩል ከሆኑ if two numbers are equal, if equal shout this, else go to again this keyword. You can change this as look back maybe, and you should also write this look back. Look back, yeah, look back keyword. Any variable you can declare this. Okay, compile again, run. Okay, the first number 6, the second number maybe 9. You have written n 5 and m is equals to 6 በተለያየ ናቸው የሆኑት። if n is equals to this, now m is equals to this and n is equals to this, else go back. ስለዚህ እንዴት አድርገን እናስተካክለው? you enter this maybe table. If n is equals to this, else what the second code yeah. Enter this. There is some fragment of code here. Okay here alalekam number. Okay, compile again, run. Okay, the first number will be 7, the second number may be 8. So now m is equals to 8 and n is equals to 8 because ምንድን አድርጎታል? አፕዴት አድርጎታል ማለት ነው። ምንድን ያደረገው? if n less than m, meaning the first number n is the first number, 7 less than 8 true. so n plus n ን ምን አድርገው? ጨምርልኝ። n ን ስጨምረው ስንት ይሆናል? 8 equal to 8, 8 is equal to 8 true. ጉድ። አሁን ደግሞ ምን እናደርጋለን? እዚህ ጋር እንዲያወጣልን እንፈልጋለን። አጌን ሲያውት n m, what will be the output? Let us see. Cout yeah. If this maybe if the number of lines is more than 1, you should be enclosed by a brace. Good. Okay, compile again, no error. Okay, what will be the output? Again enter the first number 8, the second number maybe 10. Okay, n 8 m 10, 9 10 10 10 10. Why? Because it checks again and again the condition. So m so then the value of n is n, and here of m is okay. What will be the output? Yeah, it is better to out of the brace. Sorry, there's a problem. What? Yeah, else without if. Else without previous if. Okay, if this n plus else, meaning okay. So it should be under the brace. Run this one, there's no problem. Run 6 9. What will be the output? The written number 6 and 9 እስክሪን ድረስ n ምን ያደርገዋል ማለት ነው? now okay, the value of n is 8, the value of m is 9, the value of n is 9, the value of m is 9. now okay, it is so better display better to add, and then yeah, I think maybe 5 8 for example. You have entered n5 m8, so the value of n is 6, the value of m is 8 until there is no n is less than. The value of n is 7, the value of m is 8, the value of n is 8, the value of m is 8. So now m and n are equal ብሎ ይጨርሳል ማለት ነው። እኩል እስከሚሆኑ ድረስ ምን ያደርጋል? በአንዳንድ ከሆነ ዲፈረንሳቸው በአንዳንድ ከሆነ ፕላስ ፕላስ እያደረገ ያስተካክላቸዋል። ከአንድ በላይ ከሆነ ግን እኩል ካልሆኑና ከዛ በላይ ከሆኑ ምን ያደርጋል? ጎ ሉክ ባክ አጌን ወዴት ይመለሳል? ወደዚህ ይመለሳል ማለት ነው። I think it is a clear idea in my own. If you go to me, it is clear. So then the next one is how the break statement works. First, break statement may appear inside a loop while do or for. Inside a loop or switch case, maybe switch also it may be appear most of the time. It cases a jump out of the construct and hence terminates them from the loop. So a break statement only applies to the loop or switch case. As I told you, either in switch case sorry, or loop statements. Loop statements are for loops, while loops, dual loops. In C++, it allows 3 loop statements, looping types of statements. So it is an error to use the break statement outside of these 2 conditions, either of loop or switch. If we use this break statement or keyword, the compiler displays an error of the program. Good. So how it works for the break keyword or jumping statement for while loop is there is a test expression here first. Test expression is here, condition check, then some statements may be here, and if test expression satisfies, break. When the execution of the program reaches or gets the keyword break, it is out of the while loop. The while loop starts here, so out of this, out of this and continue. If there is another fragment of code or line of code, continues its execution if this keyword reaches the program, because the program is executed line by line, and then the program reaches this or the compiler gets this line or keyword break, then it automatically terminates or out from the while loop and reaches here, starts another execution from out of the while loop brace. Good. For the while loop, there is a loop here, brace, start of the while loop. Then if some statements may be here, and if test expression satisfies some condition here, enters the compiler or the execution of the program enters to this, and when the break keyword is get here or the compiler reads the break keyword, it is or it goes or terminates the execution and leaves automatically from this brace or this brace and starts another execution from out of this brace do while loop. In case of do while loop, this is the do while loop start of execution here, and it finishes at this line, this semicolon line, because do while loop for test expression have it sound termination statement. This line of code is enclosed by do while loop, and the compiler starts from this if there is some line of code or fragment of code if there. Good. For loop, there is initial expression I is equals to some value, test expression of the condition, and update expression of the initial value or expression, and there is some statements maybe here, and if the test expression is satisfied or true, the execution of the program enters to this brace. If this cured or break statement is reached by the compiler or the compiler reads this cure, then the execution of the program automatically out of the for loop, because the for loop starts from here and reaches or in this at this brace. This is closing brace and this is the starting brace. Good. In between this is a for loop statement or a for loop execution. So if the keyword this uh, is there, then the execution of the program is out of this loop statement. Good. If the break statement may also be used inside the body of else statement, another condition may be satisfied and the keyword break is there, then the execution of that program is terminated and out of or jump to the next condition or line of statement. Good. How it will work? It is an example in the main for int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. If I is equals to 4, term break. If this break is called by the program, then the compiler reads this break, the start brace, and finds the end brace. Which is the end? Check this one. No. Again check this one. No. If this is true or the end brace terminates at this step, because for this is for if condition and this is for loop brace. So how it works? It looks like this one. For example, for int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. We will see it in practical using code block ID. For example, maybe yeah, you can comment using this. Example of for loop for break cured or jumping statement, maybe you can say. Okay, int int z is equals to int z comma sum, for example. Int for int you cannot say int z is equals to 0 semicolon z less than for some value x 10, maybe 10 comma z plus plus, and open the brace if z modulus 2 is equals to 0 means if it is even, if it is even sum is equals to z plus yeah sum plus z ማለት እንችላለን sum plus z, then here break okay break no if z, yeah, if z is equals to what can I say in our case z is equals to 4 or 5, for example. 5 break okay, enter else sum is equals to sum plus z, then cout the sum the sum without what 5 without 5 is sum. Okay, let us run this. This is a previous compile run program. Okay, terminate, save and compile it again. Run. Okay, first number. This is for the previous. Okay. The sum without 5 is 60. The sum without 5 is 7. The sum without 5 is 90. The sum without 5 is 22. Until the for loop condition is false. The sum without 5 is 26. Where? In order to show I is 9, display here. Handle and sum plus I is yeah, check it out. Compile. What's wrong? Okay, sum I is I was not declared in this scope. Yeah, Z. I mean Z. Sorry. Okay, 5, 7. Okay, it looks like this. The sum without 5 is 60. I 0. Because what is wrong here is 1, 60, 70, 90, 22, 26. I 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ሲያገኝ ምን ይሆናል ማለት ነው? ተርሚኔት ያደርጋል ማለት ነው። Because sum is 5 first, the sum without 5 is 60, not 60. How it works is z is equals to 5 if z 0, z is something, z plus if z is equals to 5, break, else sum is equals to sum plus z. Actually, what the condition or the logic says, if z is when increment 0, z starts from 0 and up to 10, checks the condition for the for loop because z is plus plus, and when z reaches 5, because z is equals to 5, when the keyword break is called, then the program is terminated or out of the for loop and display that this without reaching 10 10 ሳይደርስ 9 ሳይደርስ ከ9 ይሄ ትሩ ይሆናል። 9 ለዛን 10 ትሩ ነው። ግን 9 ሳይደርስ ምንድነው ዜድ 5 ላይ ስለተያዘ ምን ይሆናል ማለት ነው? ብሬክ ያደርግና ቀጥታ ከፎር ሉፕ ይወጣል። እስከዛ ድረስ ካልኩሌት ያደረገውን ሳም ሪዛልቱን ዲስፕላይ ያደርግልናል ማለት ነው። በጣም ጥሩ። then the next one is the continuous statement. Continuous statement cases the loop to skip the rest of its body and immediately retests its condition prior to reiterating again and again, because continuous statement or the keyword continue when the compiler or the program during execution of the program, the execution of line reaches the continue keyword, then it skips the rest of its body of the program and reiterates. For the loop continue cases, the conditional test and increments portion of the loop executes. For the while and do while loops, the same for program control passes to the conditional tests. So it is an error to use a continue keyword or jumping statement outside of a loop, like that of break keyword, while keyword is used for loops and inside the loop of the execution. or iteration of some programs. So continue statement is used for just like of break. Break terminates the program, but while reiterate again and again until if the keyword continue is called by the program. Good. This is what looks like just like that of the break keyword. The continue keyword is here, as you see here. For loop, while loop, and do while loop. So it works like that of the break keyword. There is no any difference between both of these jumping statements. The only difference is continue. When the continue keyword is called, the execution starts again another test expression. For example, the execution as you see here, there is some statement while loop here, and test again another execution. If this keyword is reached or called by the program, it reiterates go to the first main loop of the while loop. Do not continue until it reaches the end of the while loop. This is what continuous statement or jumping statement means. For the while loop like that of the previous one, when the continuous keyword is called, it goes to the condition of the execution. Check the condition. If it is satisfied, continue. If it is false, it terminates out of the loop. Like that of for loop, the same activity or function is implemented. Good. And this is what looks like for the continuous keyword for loop. For int I is equals to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I plus I meaning pre-increment. First increment, then assign a value for I. If I is equal to 6 or I is equal to 9, continue. Check again. Do not display the value. For example, okay, continue. Okay. As you see here, this for loop. Okay. For here, for example, and r is equals to 0, r less than or equal to 10, r plus plus. Here, if r equal to for example equal to 5 or equal to 5 or 5 equal to 4 or you can say end r equal to 8. What will be the output? Continue. Here see out the value of I here condition is necessary. Okay, let us check it. Compile. What is the problem? I was not sorry. This is R. Okay, run. This is the first one. The value of I is 0, the value of I is 1, the value of I is 2, the value of I is 3, the value of I 4 እዚህ ጋር ምን ሆኗል? ጃምፕ ተደርጓል ማለት ነው። ጃምፒንግ ስቴትመንት የሚለው ትርጉሙ እዚህ ጋር ማለት 8ንም እዚህ ጋር አልፎታል። 8 is missed, 4 is missed because this condition is satisfied. If this condition is satisfied and the next line is continue, this line of code or this keyword implies go back to for loop, go back to for loop and increment the value of r. Do not display this line or do not execute this line if this condition satisfied or this keyword is called. ይሄ ኮንዲሽን ሳቲስፋይ ከሆነ ወደዚህ ይገባል ቀጥታ። ይሄንን ኪወርድ እንዳገኘ ቀጣዩ ላይን ኤክስኪዩት ያደርግ ምንድነው የሚያደርገው? በቀጥታ ወደ ፎር ሉፕ ነው የሚገባው ማለት ነው። this is what or how continuous keyword or statement is work or applicable. Okay, good. And then the next one is the break versus continuous statement. How it works? The continuous statement works somewhat like the break statement. Instead of forcing termination, however, continue forces the next iteration of the loop to take place, skipping any code in video. Okay, if you see, this is a conditional code, some operation here. Then go back, go to the next condition checked. If this condition is true or satisfied, go back to the expression, this expression or conditional code. And if this condition is false, terminate it. In between, if this keyword is called, the whole execution is terminated and automatically stopped the execution of the program. This is how break keyword is working, it works. But in continuous keyword or jumping statement case, this is the reverse of this one. If the as you see here, there is some operation here, and the next one the conditional checking here. If this condition is checked and true, back to the condition, the conditional code. And if this condition before reaching false or termination of normal termination of the program, before reaching, if continuous keyword is called by the program, then the condition is checked again until this condition is false. In this way, the execution of the program is terminated. Natural flow of the condition is false. But in this way, the execution of the program is terminated in between or either of the two ways. Either by condition is false or the second one, the break keyword is called. If one of the two may terminate the program. But in this case, the natural flow of the condition, the main conditional statement is false, the program is terminated, unless continuous statement is checking again and again until the condition is false. Good. This is some questions for practical can do by your own, because it is very easy. If you got and you can't do this by your own, you can give me a comment and I will put the fragment of codes of each question on the comment area. So not hesitate to contact me or comment me. Thank you. Thanks to watch my video. Please like, share, subscribe my video. Thank you again and again. Please click the like button.